Hello YouTube and welcome to AnTREXon Gaming. Today we're taking a look at the Raynor, the guy that you get to play as in the tutorial, and he is of course the ranged assassin. So let's find out what he plays like, and this is a newbie guide that is meant for people that are still thinking about whether to choose to buy this character, because he's not actually very expensive. He's only 2,000 gold, and I'm gonna showcase his skills and his abilities and show you what the gameplay is like. So here's Raynor, a guy with a rifle on a horse. In the beginning you get two skills that are active and one skill that is passive, but you can actually change this to be an active skill as well later on. So your first skill is called Penetrating Round, and what this does is it basically deals damage and knocks enemies back in a straight line like this. And I'll show you when I see an enemy. It's actually a pretty useful skill, especially to kick back enemies into your friends so that your friends can finish them off. There's another skill called Inspire, which is AoE buff of everyone around you and yourself as well, except that you get the full bonus and all your allies and heroes around you only get half the bonus. And basically this increases your attack speed for 8 seconds. You can upgrade the skill, so right now for 8 seconds I'm going to have increased attack speed. And there's this skill right here. This is basically your main self-heal, and it's really powerful with upgrades. And this is called Adrenaline Rush. So what this does is, when you are below 30% health, it automatically activates and heals you for 200 health, or with this upgrade right here, even more, for basically 50% more. So it's a pretty powerful skill. I do usually use this. I usually take this right here because it does give me... Oh, I missed. It does give me a lot more healing and makes this guy pretty unstoppable. Let's walk away from this dangerous situation. Alright, let's talk about the first ability. So here I have 4 choices. One of them is Seasoned Marksman. This is a generic ability that gives you a little bit more damage if you kill mercenaries, but it's not really worth taking because it's not a lot of damage. Then there is... Let's knock her back here. Oh, it didn't work. She walked away. Okay, it didn't work. There we go. There we go, mate. Alright, this gives me more healing. Usually I like to take this because it does make my healing a lot more effective. Raider's Recruitment basically gives me a mercenary stack that can then be used to hire mercenaries, and Scouting Drone is a scouting ability that shows you an area that's covered in fog of war. So I'm going to take this right here, and my healing ability will now heal me almost completely every time I'm below 30% health. I'll show you what it does in a second when I get my health pretty low. Let's just do this on purpose. Stand right here until the tower starts attacking us. There we go. And activate. Oh no, it didn't activate. And it was actually under cooldown. There we go. So it heals me almost completely. Okay, but at least half. It heals me at least half. But with upgrades, it actually becomes even more powerful. There we go. Second kill. Another talent at level 4. Let's just hide it here for a second. Gives me four more choices. So this right here, Activated Rush, makes this an active ability, so I can now actually manually activate this, and it also reduces the cooldown by 10 seconds. So actually this is a pretty awesome thing to take because you can then heal yourself whenever you want. And this Confident Aim lowers the cooldown of your Penetrating Round by 4 seconds and making it only 8 seconds. Vampiric Assault is a generic ability that gives your basic attack healing, and I think for this character it's not particularly useful because you do have this heal already. This is quite powerful. And Focus Attack basically gives you more damage, 50% more damage every 10 seconds from your main ability. So if you want a little bit more DPS, you may want to take this. If you want a little bit more healing, you may want to take this. But I personally like one of these. So this reduces my cooldown for Penetrating Round, and this reduces and this makes my my Adrenaline Rush an active ability, giving it less cooldown. And it actually makes it really useful, I think. At level 7, you have 4 more choices, and here we have Hamstring Shot, which basically gives this a 20% slowdown as well, so it makes it a slightly crowd control skill. Basically gives it a little bit more crowd control. So if I do this, it will also slow down the target. This right here, Revolution Overdrive. Revolution Overdrive upgrades my Inspire, giving it 10% movement speed, And also, all my allies get 5% movement speed as well, so basically move a little bit faster. Let's kill these guys. This right here is basically makes my healing ability even more powerful by removing any kind of a crowd control skill that I have on myself. So it actually cleanses me, so it makes it really, really epic. And finally, Mercenary Lord buffs my Siege, I think it's Siege and Bruiser mercenaries that stand around me. So I personally prefer either this or this. This is for more crowd control, and this is for more healing skill that basically makes this also anti-CC skill for myself. So if someone stuns me, I can just use this and escape. But right now I'm gonna take this, I think, just to give myself more crowd control. Now at level 10 we're going to get our heroic skill, and there's two choices. One of them you actually get to see in the tutorial, which is to summon the battleship, and it does kind of an AoE attack in the area surrounding you. Oh, go away from me, get away from me, get away from me, Arthur. Or Uther, whatever your name is. And Muradin, you're going down. No, you're going down. Buddy, you're going down, I said. No! You ran away. Jerk. So yes, you get Hyperion skill, which basically summons this battleship that does AoE damage up to 4 enemies, and with upgrades it's a lot more enemies, and also it lasts for 12 seconds. So it's actually a pretty good AoE skill. But this one you may actually have not seen before. This is called Raynor's Raiders, and I'll show you what it does. It actually summons 2 stealthy spaceships or spacecraft that they do damage for 22 seconds to 1 target, and they actually pursue it non-stop. So it's actually a really awesome skill. I'll show you what it does when I see someone like Zagara. Zagara, come back here. I'm gonna call someone on you. Zagara. Okay. So right now I'm gonna summon my spaceship, and there they are. And they're gonna start attacking her even from behind the wall. Actually, I think they killed it. No, they didn't kill it. Alright, that wasn't the best example because I think they got killed pretty fast. They do unstealth when they start attacking people, but when they just fly around, they are stealthy. Your main level 20 ability will give them stealth even when they're actually attacking. But what they do is they do constant damage. They actually do, 68 damage per attack, and there's 2 of them, so that's 130-ish damage to 1 target, and they consistently pursue the target, so even if they're running away from you, they will actually get attacked by that thing non-stop. Okay, so we killed these guys. So actually it's a pretty awesome, I think it's a pretty awesome skill to take instead of Hyperion, unless you just like to have AoE damage. I also forgot to mention your passive ability, which actually makes you see things 10% from 10% farther away, so it gives you more visibility, and also you attack from 20% farther than other enemies, other long-range enemies. Come back here. Jerk, I shouldn't have done that. Alright, at level 13 we can choose Giant Killer, which gives me a little bit more DPS against heroes. Double Barreled basically gives me more charges from my Q ability, for this ability right here. So it's a pretty good skill to take. A Steel Resolve increases my Inspire by 50%, and also, let's cut. Here come my Banshees, no! Come back. Attack Zagara, attack Zagara, attack Zagara. Oh, they got killed again so fast. They got killed so fast. I need to protect them a little bit more. The good thing about Hyperion is that it actually cannot get killed. These things, however, can. Steel Resolve basically gives my Inspire more duration, and also what it does is when I apply my Adrenaline Rush, it also gives me Inspire as well. So it gives me more attack speed. So it's actually pretty good self buff. Let's run away from these guys. There's 5 of them, holy crap. And finally, putting on a clinic is a really interesting skill, because whenever an enemy that I've damaged dies, my cooldowns for all of my skills are reduced by 1.5 seconds. So this is actually a pretty awesome way of having your cooldowns always ready. Oh no. Get away from me. But I think I'm gonna take this just to give myself more charges. There you go. Okay, now my Banshees are ready. I'm gonna attack Zagara with them, and you'll see how fast they'll kill her. Attack her. She dead? She dead yet? Oh, she's not dead. How is she not dead? I'm dead. Okay, I'm not sure why. I think they got distracted by someone else and she ran away. But they're actually really good at pursuing targets and then killing them. So it's a pretty interesting talent to take, especially with the level 20 upgrade right here that will make them clocked when attacking, and also they'll fire 50% more efficiently, giving them 50% more DPS. At level 16 you can choose 5 more skills. Berserk basically gives you more attack speed by 40% and more movement speed by 10% for 4 seconds, so it's for a second buff. This right here, Relentless Leader, it's a self buff as well, but it's a passive self buff that basically gives you it decreases all CC, all crowd control only by 50%, and also it can activate itself every 5 seconds. So it's a kind of a passive skill that activates every 5 seconds. Then there is... Oh, who's that? Who's that? Is that Zagara? Zagara, come back! Zagara! There we go. There's 2 upgrades for your penetrating round. One of them increases its damage by 10% and also increases its width by 50%, so it's actually a pretty powerful upgrade. Then Bullseye is actually a really awesome upgrade because it not only doesn't knock back the enemies, but it also stuns them for 1 second, and they take 50% more damage, so actually it's really powerful. And Executioner right here deals 40% more damage if someone is stunned or crowd controlled in any other way. But I think this is actually one of the best choices, so I think I'm gonna take this because it does give me a new stun for my Q button, and I can now stun enemies as well using it. And let's wait for my final ability, and hopefully it will occur pretty soon. Okay, start killing things and attacking different targets. So your DPS is actually really high compared to other characters. Right now I'm doing 233 damage, at least twice per second, so it's actually quite a lot. And let's kill the keep and call up my thingies on this guy. We're gonna start attacking him, and we run away while they attack him. And he's dead. And this guy's dead too. So basically, oh no, get away from me. Basically, if you use the Raynor's Raiders, especially if they're stealth, it gives them a really awesome extra DPS, single target DPS that basically makes him a real assassin. So using this skill you can assassinate almost any hero really fast. Now let me show you some of the level 20 skills as well, or abilities that you unlock when you get to level 20. And these right here are 5 level 20 talents you get to choose from. So one of them upgrades your Hyperion skill, which is the heroic ability right here that casts an AoE spaceship that does damage in the AoE target area, and this basically gives it a little bit more damage in that area. This right here makes my Banshees invisible even when they attack, so they become literally invincible. And also they fire 50% more frequently, so that means that they get 50% more DPS and they can kill a hero really quick. A card to play is actually quite interesting because what this does is whenever there's a hero, ally or enemy that is killed, your heroic ability cooldown is decreased by 10 seconds, which is actually quite significant. So this is a really interesting talent to take. And then there's something called Nexus Frenzy, which increases the attack speed and the attack range of your main attack by 20%, giving you 20% more DPS. So if you don't have the Banshees, you may actually want to take this because that gives you a lot more DPS, or single target DPS for your main gun. And lastly, there's Bolt of Storm, which is basically a teleport ability. It's a generic ability that many characters get. But I personally like to take either this, which gives me more DPS, or upgrade my Banshees, making them invisible and really powerful, and giving me epic single target DPS. So this is Raynor. He's actually a really strong single target assassin, not so powerful when it comes to AoE, because his AoE skill is really more of a distraction and just a kind of a hassle for the enemy. They usually tend to avoid the AoE attack of the Hyperion if they see it coming. But overall though, it's a really interesting character to play. It's really easy to play, And considering the fact that you actually have a passive healing ability that will always activate when you're below 30 health, as long as its cooldown is finished, you'll actually be able to survive quite longer than other assassins. Anyway, so this is Raynor in a nutshell. Hopefully this was helpful for you to decide whether to buy this character or not, because it's actually really cheap. It's only 2,000 gold. And this is the character you get to play in the beginning as well. Alright, thank you for watching. This has been AnTRExon with a brief review of Raynor, the ranged assassin from Heroes of the Storm. Check out some of the other Heroes of the Storm videos I've posted, and also other videos about the game, including the guides from other characters. Please subscribe, and game you later, alligators. Bye bye.